What's up, everybody? It is Cook the Fanatic, and I've been playing a ton of Monster Hunter Wilds recently. I've got about 10 hours, 15 hours in the first 2 days, and honestly, it's been amazing. I've been loving Wilds. It's already one of my favorite games in the series. I've been playing all the way back since Monster Hunter 3. I love what they did. I love the innovations that they've included. I love the seamless transitioning between environments and the village, and I think it's so much easier to start quests. I love just exploring the environment. It's been really fun. I've been playing with my friends. We've been having a great time over on my Game Fanatic Cook channel, where we play video games. You can go watch that over there, uncut videos about just gaming. However, in this video, I want to actually address an issue that I have with the game, and unfortunately is about one of the monsters, the Doshaguma. Now, the Doshaguma, in my opinion, was one of the most exciting, if not the most exciting monster that was introduced in the beta several months ago. I actually have a video on my channel, it's about a month or two old, talking about how I think the Doshaguma is an amazing monster, and I'm super excited to face it within the full game. And unfortunately, my expectations have been completely destroyed. The biggest thing for me with the Doshaguma, why I thought it was an awesome monster, was the fact that it had a pack of large monsters around it, effectively making it the first ever actually difficult pack monster. Pack monsters we've had in the past include the Great Jaggy, the Great Baggy, the Great Jagras, everything with great in the name. The Giganox, which was actually a difficult pack monster to its credit. But beyond that, not a lot of these monsters, or a lot of these pack monsters have ever been difficult or have had a difficult pack to fight at the very least. There's never been a, difficult pack monster to deal with. You're not complaining about a Jaggy fighting you. You're not complaining about a Ludroth fighting you while you're fighting the main monster. You usually just kind of forget about them, to be completely honest with you. So I thought it was super exciting to have a pack monster that had large pack monsters in its pack. And I thought it was a super difficult fight in the beta, a super fun fight. And if it was too difficult for you, you could dung pod the other Doshagumas there and kind of scare them away from the alpha so you can get your 1v1. But at the same time, they would come back. And you would kind of have to deal with that and use the environment to your advantage. I thought that was super awesome, super innovative, and one of the most exciting things in the game to me. So when I actually fought the Doshaguma in Monster Hunter Wilds, I was incredibly disappointed because guess what, guys? It didn't have its pack with it anymore. Even though in the story itself, the story missions, the animations, the cutscenes, it's pictured as having a pack, you end up getting it on its own somehow. And you fight it solo dolo, which I think is incredibly lame. And it was honestly a really easy fight because fighting the Doshaguma, in my opinion, it kind of shows that it was supposed to be a pack monster. Its attacks are somewhat slow and extremely telegraphed. So it's extremely easy to dodge, and in my opinion, the Doshaguma is, an incredibly easy monster. It was a monster that was meant to be the first hurdle in the game, the first really tough monster you face, and actually ended the first chapter of the game. So for it to be kind of a joke, in my opinion, is really disappointing because in the beta, it made sense for the monster to be slow and have telegraphed attacks because there was 3 monsters attacking you at once, and it would have to be extremely telegraphed for you to even have a chance, which I thought was good design philosophy and made a lot of sense. And it was fun trying to dodge, attacks you see coming, but coming from 3 different angles. The only difficult thing about the Doshaguma currently is the fact it does a ton of damage, but that's not even really a big deal if you're not getting hit at all. So I'm not happy with the Doshaguma. And I think it fails as the first actual challenging boss in the game because every single Monster Hunter game has always had like that first hurdle, that first difficult boss you have to fight. In Monster Hunter 3, the first difficult boss, in my opinion, was like the Gobble. It took me ages to beat the Gobble. It was such a difficult boss to me. And when I finally beat it, I was super happy. It was like the first hurdle of Monster Hunter 3. In my opinion, the first hurdle of Monster Hunter World, which is a far easier game than 3. The first hurdle in the world, though, was fighting something like the Tobi Kadachi, which was a difficult monster, but, it wasn't that difficult. But it was far more difficult in that game than the Doshaguma is in Wilds. In Rise, I don't think they even had a difficult monster in Rise. Rise was one of the easiest games in the Monster Hunter series by far. And unfortunately, in the first 10-15 hours I've played of Wilds, it appears that Wilds is going to be extremely easy as well. And I think that's maybe why they actually removed the pack from the first Doshaguma fight and from the optional quest you have to fight it after you kill it for the first time during the story quest. I think they removed the pack because they thought newcomers would have too much difficulty fighting a big, strong pack monster like that, where it would likely have died lots of times. Especially with how it's kind of juggled you in the beta. After one of them knocked you, another one would hit you, another one would hit you. Meaning every time you got hit from the Doshaguma, you almost lost all your health. It was a very difficult, fun, exciting fight. And I think it's a shame they removed that mechanic from the Doshaguma, especially at least in that first encounter, because that could have been the hurdle for new gamers. That could have been the hurdle for new Monster Hunter players, where they're like, oh shit, this game isn't just easy. This is a game that I really have to like get better at and train on. I think it's a damn shame they removed it, because like I said, the game's kind of easy so far. I haven't completed the story all the way yet, but I'm expecting at least the post-story game to be more difficult like it always is. But even like in World, the post-game wasn't that difficult. The post-story content wasn't that difficult. I'm kind of worried that with Wild it's going to be the same thing. And that's the same issue that Rise had, where the game was too easy throughout the entire thing. Even like the post-story content was too easy to a certain extent. So I'm worried that Wilds is going to have that same issue. As much as I love Wilds, now I want to be very clear here. I think the game looks beautiful. On my laptop, at least, it's running smooth. I've seen a lot of people have issues with it running on their laptops, their PCs. I have a 3-4-year-old gaming Omen laptop. And honestly, it's been running really well for me. I've had no issues. Now, I don't have the settings on max, obviously, but I have them on, I think, like above average, something like that. And it's actually been a very smooth gameplay experience for me. Of course, it does sound like my computer is about to blow up when I play. My computer sounds like it's going to blow up when I play essentially any game ever on my Omen laptop. I play Power World. The game sounds like it's going to blow up. I play fucking Risk of Rain. It's going to blow up. So it's not any different than any normal for me. So besides that, this difficulty of the game, I think Wild is amazing. The settings are beautiful. The design of the monsters are amazing. The looks, even their attack patterns are just all a little bit easy, which is the problem, and so on. But yeah, that's my issues with the Doshaguma. Let me know what you guys think about the Doshaguma, and if you think it's kind of lame they took the pack out. Now, I realize I'm only 10-15 hours into the game, like I said, so maybe later in the game, you can fight the Doshaguma with its entire pack, but at that point, it's almost too late. Because you've already fought it once, you know what kind of monster it is, you got all the equipment you need from it, obviously, because you've already killed it 100 times on the optional quest. So when you fight it, when there's going to be 3 of them in the future, if they even do that in the future of the game that I haven't seen yet, it's going to be like, well, I've already beat this monster, I'm super overleveled for it, my equipment's way better than it, I don't need to kill it for any reason because I already have all the equipment I need from it. So it kind of ruins it for me, even if they do add the pack later, which they might, but I'm guessing they don't because it was literally the end of chapter boss and they didn't give it the pack. So anyway, that's just a complaint I have about the game. I just wanted to get on here and rant about it. I'm sorry this is very ranty. This isn't a scripted video like normal. I just want to talk about something in the game I was actively playing as I was playing it. And I want to see what your guys' comments below are. What do you guys think about removing the Doshaguma's pack, if it was a good or bad thing, if they did to make the game easier for new players, or if they did it just because having 3 monsters at once in an area was difficult to have. Especially if you have, considering there would be 2 or 3 other monsters already in the area, meaning it has to track 6 different monsters at once, which could be hard on its on your hardware. I don't know what the actual reason was why they removed it. I just think it's lame that they did. And I thought it took one of the most interesting monsters that I've seen in the beta, if not the most interesting monster in the beta, and possibly one of the most interesting monsters that were going to be in the game, which was the Doshaguma with the pack, and made it something kind of lame and kind of basic and almost like every other monster in the game, because it kind of took away its personality. Like the whole gimmick of the Doshaguma was the fact it had its pack, so taking away its pack kind of ruins the entire point of the monster. I think the design is actually very good on the monster. I think it looks beautiful and ugly at the same time. And let me know what you guys think. Once again, sorry for the off-the-cuff video. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. And if you're one of my normal Warframe viewers, I'm working on my Par vs. Graham script right now. Been very busy with school, pretty busy with Monster Hunter Wilds. Honestly, I've been playing it a lot, and I just haven't been putting the time in that I should be putting in for the script. That video should be out within the next week or 2 weeks on Par vs. Graham, so look forward to that. And also, if you guys want to check out my gaming channel, Game Fanatic Cook, where I play all kinds of video games. Right now I have a Power World series going and playing a lot of Monster Hunter Wilds on there, so go check that out if you're interested. It's called Game Fanatic Cook. Link will be in the description. Thank you all for watching. Stay blessed, stay happy. I really hope I see you all in the next video. Goodbye.